soon to be live viewers. So I'm at the Atwater Market today on a Sunday, and hopefully we're gonna have good audio and a good connection. So we'll see. Oh look, it's the Christmas trees are out. But of course, Halloween is over. Halloween's been over for a while, almost a month. So now this is, I've seen better years, I think. Of course, it's a lot more interesting when there's snow here, but generally, if you live in the downtown area of Montreal, or the western part, or the anglophone part of Montreal, this would be the go-to place. Let's say if you were living in an apartment and you wanted a real Christmas tree, this would likely be the place where you would buy it, just because it's convenient. To access, you know, one of these will fit on top of a car rack. And in fact, I believe they have a machine that wraps them. So I'm hoping that I will notice. Oh, it smells. Salut, salut. So I guess business is good. So obviously these are meant to fit in regular size condos, apartments, and homes. You know, like this one here, it's actually quite nice. I like the shape of it. It's for, you know, if you have 10-foot ceilings, something to that effect. It's quite nice. And actually, you know, the word in French for Christmas tree is sapin. Just so that you know. See, if you look at the word over there, and I'm trying to see how I can sapin, Fraser Baumier. So sapin is the word for Christmas tree. And look, it's Santa Claus. Oh, there's the machine. So this is the thing that'll wrap your tree so that you can put it on top of your car or put it under your arm and take the subway. Although I have not seen people do the subway, but I'm sure it could be done. So maybe we'll even see. Oh, check these out. Little reindeer, and actually these are quite cute. This is perfect for the Atwater Market because it's great lawn decoration. Puts people in the mood. Of course, if you had snow on the ground, it would be perfect. And I don't see anything that even comes close to a Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but we'll be on the lookout. Oh, look at moose. So yeah, let's get a selfie. Let's get a selfie with the moose. Okay, here we go. Moose coming out of my head. Moose. There we go. So it's a little bit nippy, but it's not where your hands will freeze. And oh look, a whole troop of reindeer. So it's kind of nice because these little, you know, down-filled jackets are perfect for this kind of weather. Let's get a little closer. So he's obviously a fiberglass moose. Let's do the knock test. There you go. Anybody home? Yeah. So let's get the camera around. There we go. Hello, moose. How are you? Okay. So let's check him out. Yeah, he big. He is big. Okay. Yeah, these are great. You know, it would be a lot of fun where whoever the factory is, you know, or the studio that puts these out. because they certainly elevate the cuteness factors. Oh, check out the small little trees. Like, look. Oh, these are garlands. Okay, I thought they were teeny tiny little trees and wreaths and things. So there's little bears. And this is birch, by the way, that white tree. The bark peels off really nicely. So I'm gonna try and be mindful in case somebody does come in I don't notice. I'll double check, you know, if we got comments and things. But yeah. So again, more things. Oh look, somebody's bought some shrubberies. You would be in Finland. I'm trying to remember that Finnish periscoper. I think she would like this. This reminds me of some of her winter skirts. Oh, look, an owl. And a teeny tiny frosty. It smells fantastic. Go check out the ladder. Okay. Hey Chris, look. Guess what time of year it is? So I had a selfie with me and the moose back there. Maybe the comments are not coming through to Prism. Well, I see them now. Just now. So were you commenting earlier? Because then I was not seeing them, but they are coming in now. It's better than nothing. For those of you who are on Twitter, on the live, I can't see the comments because it's a thing with Prism. But if you link on the link on my Twitter page, you'll have my YouTube account and you can catch my live there if you want to send me comments while I'm in the live. I'm not here for too long. I'm going into the market and I need parsley. Okay, you typed the first message 5 minutes ago. Well, that's good. So I'm not exactly sure why I didn't see it. I see it now. And you know, the trick is you have to keep touching the screen in case they don't scroll up and something to that effect. So let's look out, or let's look at these little mantle top, little, you know, folk artsy things. You know, it's like, give it up or the rabbit gets it. You know, my finger's a gun, right? You know, people that keep little innocent bunnies hostage by holding a gun to their head, or the rabbit gets it. That's generally the threat. So there we go. Well, you know, this is not turning me off to Christmas, and I'll tell you why. Because the music is not unbearable, and it's just like kind of in the background. And so I don't really, you know, visually it's not as you know, affronting as some of that horrible Christmas music that you get piped into things. So I got a very strange look from somebody who didn't know if she was going to die on the spot or burst into flames. But my tiny little phone is somehow, you know, an object. Did she go away? No, she's over there. So yeah, the lady in the tracksuit has got an aversion to being on camera. So we're going to try to avoid her. But come on, lady, get over yourself. What are you under the witness protection program or something? Yeah, they are kind of cute. Although the wreaths are like, these are phoned in wreaths. Although I kind of like this one because it's simple and it's not like chintzy cheap, you know, like this kind of sparkly stuff. It just doesn't do it to me. But somehow this one really is just made out of simple things and it hits the mark. Today is the day you put your tree up. Oh, I see. I have a tiny little sort of an altar tree, meaning like the tree goes on a little altar or mantle, and that's the extent of, you know. And I got some like Santa Claus hats that go on. I can't remember on what things. Earl the elephant. I have a marionette, and I sometimes put a Santa Claus hat on my elephant marionette, because normally he wears a jazz beret the rest of the year, but for Christmas he gets a little Santa Claus hat, just like, you know, fits like, well, it's not green and red, but it's red with a white pom-pom, like these ones. Santa Claus hat. I like the little ladder things. So, what are we buying today? Well, I need parsley, because if I have time, I'm going to make garlic spaghetti today. Because a client, you recall him, LOL. There you go. A client gave me some garlic. She has a farm, and she raises grass-fed cows. It's in the southern part of Quebec, like on the way to the American border. So there's a lot of farmland there. And so apart from raising cows, and Earl would like this because she actually grows a type of garlic that is well suited for the, you know, for the Quebec climate and the earth and all that stuff. And the bulbs are really quite big, the garlic bulbs, big and juicy. Although I haven't really cut one up, but I did give away. She gave me 3, and I gave one away. And the person who did use it told me that they're really big and they're kind of juicy, I guess. So I might be making garlic spaghetti tonight. I'm going to grate a block of Parmesan. You know, I don't like pre-grated Parmesan. You know, the kind you get in the box, like the Kraft stuff. That's horrible. You don't do that. Get real Parmesan when you're putting it on, you know, good Italian pasta. You gotta grate your Parmesan yourself. Oh look, green onions. So normally I don't see any parsley, but normally I go into the veggie place, which is I don't know, maybe the veggie place isn't around anymore, but we'll check. So I have green onions at home, and all I'm missing is the parsley. And I think there's some in the buckets there. No, that's kale. Oh, there's a parsley in little bags. So yeah, there used to be here or over there. There used to be a veggie place. I guess a Pizza Mia used to be a veggie place. We're guilty of using the pre-grated stuff. Well, it's a crime. I can tell. It's a crime to your taste buds. It just doesn't compare to grating your Parmesan from a block, like a really hard one. Parmesan's a very hard cheese, and it grates really nice. But when you grate it fresh, there's all kinds of flavors that you get compared to what comes out of one of those Kraft cans. It almost tastes like you're sprinkling sawdust, cheese flavored sawdust. It's completely different. different experience. So let me see. Let me see. Look at these little cherry tomatoes on the vine. How is that? For some, I guess they're grown in a greenhouse. So let's see here. I know I saw in the bag, and I don't know. You can't really test it for its. Oh wait, maybe this stall over here. These are bio. So let's look and see. There's some curly parsley, right? Yes. No, that's not parsley. That's kale. And then they have Italian parsley. I don't want I don't want the Italian parsley. I want the French parsley. Oh look, mushrooms. Okay. Kimchi. Wow. Fruit baskets. Okay. Well, this looks like it's the only game in town. So let's choose wisely. Let's choose wisely. So this is a regular parsley. I want something that feels really crispy and crunchy. This looks about right.
So parsley $2. To be debit cash.
I think I have cash.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Sir.
Somewhere. Or it's probably easy debit.
Debit, you said?
Credit actually. Credit?
Don't accept debit or cash, of course.
Okay, I do have a debit.
Yeah. Looking for locally. Here you go, sir. Is that your suit that? Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let me put my stuff away. Put my satchel. And, you know, this kind of weather. This kind of weather, it makes a person kind of sniffle. I hope that's not really coming onto the camera. So look, I brought my recyclable bag. May as well use it, right? So, let's see now. I got a lot to do today. I went and got a lot of things printed today. I revamped my business card and a number of other document things that I needed printing. So I went to Staples and I bought next year's agenda book, which is good because I find when I have an agenda book, I have a very well functioning year. Generally my years are successful because I don't forget things. You know, I always know to put things in my agenda book, and I end up being at places on time, and it just works for me. He was quick. You just picked up the parsley, and there he came. Yeah, well, because you know, sometimes when you're behind the counter, there's a rush, and then there are 10 people, and you know, if they're waiting in line, they have that antsy body language. So they probably are trained, you know, it's like a muscle memory. Like the moment like a customer has that body language that says, I'm ready to pronounce on something, you know, can I help you? In case, you know, they give it half a second and there's another client who's like stomping their feet, you know, because they don't like to wait. So I think it's just kind of like counter muscle memory. So why don't we do a quick run through of the second floor, because for new viewers, you know, they always like to see what's to be had here at the Atwater Market. Let me just get my satchel out of the way. Okay, so this is a tiny little chocolate place, and they make tiny little chocolates. I bought from them like 3 or 4 times. I haven't lately, but I guess they're a nice little gift. You know? Look! I don't want to step on that because that kind of says, "Oh, look at those little twigs." So here we go. Whoops. Okay, let's go down this way. This is the cheesemonger. I don't know if you call them a cheesemonger. I know that you have a fishmonger, but the cheeserie. See, in French, the word is fromagerie. And at the Atwater Market, he's known as la fromagerie du deuxième étage. Or just la fromagerie du deuxième. And then there are 2 cheese shops on the first floor. So I don't know what you would call a cheese guy in English. If there's a direct translation from a fromagerie. You know. And you remember how much fun in the United States they had? In Pennsylvania when Dr. Oz was doing that crudité plate, you know, crudité, charcuterie, crudité and charcuterie plates, right? So these are what charcuteries are, this kind of stuff. For our American followers who aren't familiar with French and the terms, so you can have a lot of fun. I know you guys had a lot of fun at Dr. Oz's expense, but hey. So, yeah, good stuff. Alrighty. So, obviously my data plan was renewed. So this is why, and because I was at the Atwater Market anyway, I figured I'd do both, you know, live stream and use up some, but I don't want to use a huge amount of my data. I just want to do a fairly decent, give it a good college try, right? Like look at these butchers, these specialty butchers. You know, these are like all kinds of like grass-fed and wild game, biological beef, types of things. And you know, marinated meats that I guess you could throw on the Barbie. Put in a roast. So all of you carnivores out there, you've got something to look at. Oh, check this out. So this is kind of like the biological beef that that client who gave me the garlic. You know, she goes, although this is dry aged from 30 to 60 days. So like, I think she sells like a quarter or a half a cow, you know, to like restaurants and things. But you can kind of buy your meat from her farm as well. But check out, I wonder if when they age this 30 to 60 days, it probably affects the flavor in a way. Oh, these hooks are really funny. These kind of like are like horror movie things, you know, like American Horror Story. All right. Enough of that, because you know the vegetarians are going to flip out on me, I think. Although I haven't had too many vegetarians complain about my run-throughs here in the butcher or the Atwater Market. This reminds me of the Flintstones. So these are ribs, baby back ribs. Wow, those look fantastic. That's lamb. Okay. Look. Squab. Spanish hands. I'm not sure which. I mean, I'm not a huge. I've cut back. Oh, I didn't buy these ones, but I did cook some merguez in my air fryer the other day, and they came out perfect. I couldn't believe how good they were and how unmessy it is to cook sausages in an air fryer. You would think it'd get all greasy inside, but no, it doesn't. And the skin gets really nice and toasted. It's just fantastic. I love cooking meats in my air fryer. Okay, so we'll keep going. So this is the sausage place. So these are all Calabrese, Hungarian sausage. Spicy and light, and Genoa and Milano, Rosette and Gitan and salsa and mustard. So this is a mustard sauce, it's a square one. So there's like a whole bunch of representation. And you look, you have 3 types of coleslaw. 3 types. So here are all your different types of sausages. All, from either Switzerland, Germany, Poland, Spain, Portugal. I mean, the traditional recipes from all of those European places that make sausages. And of course, we all know this bakery where you get your baguette. If you want any kind of baked goods, like fresh on the premises, or like a really, really nice cake or pie, I would come here for that. We have on many an occasion, and it's a great bakery. Plus, you can have a sit down. You can order a coffee, have a sit down, and generally the line isn't too bad. You're not having to wait in line too long. It's worth the wait. So let's go back downstairs again. Out the door. So this is another teeny tiny little cheese shop. And we're coming out. Ahead of us is Rufus Rockhead Street, who had a nightclub, Doo-Doo Rockheads. That was like an after-hours club where a lot of musicians, like jazz musicians and people who love jazz music, they would, come from the States and hang out in Montreal. And so, yeah, he had, I don't know if it's called the Paradise, but anyways, let's zoom in on his name. Why isn't my zoom working? There we go. Rufus Rocket. Okay. So why don't we... I guess there are more Christmas trees that way. And there are some this way, but I need to go this way. So we'll stay on this side of the sidewalk. There's the super sign. So there's the tower of the Atwater Market. And so, when we were last here, we had pumpkins out for Halloween. So now this is what it's going to look like right up till Christmas. And here in the background, that's part of Mount Royal, Westmount, and downtown Montreal is in that direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wander over to where the moose was. Although that machine that wraps your trees and into a very thin bundle I didn't see anybody have their tree wrapped because I guess you have to point at something and say, I want that one, as opposed to buying one that's pre-wrapped. And the guy will put it in the machine and you can get, you know, a huge tree bundled like this. And it's kind of fun. Do I hear the machine going? I don't know. I don't think so. But there it is, through the trees. Yeah, no, nobody's using it. But let's have a selfie with the moose and call it a day. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah, there we go. So me and the moose at the Atwater Market. Wish you guys a happy Sunday, and thanks for coming in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.